Cool. I think we're live. All right. I'm going to give everyone a chance to hop on. Welcome to our Sunday night Energy Healing Lives and Intuitive Readings. This community has been awesome to build and to grow with one another. It's like if I could describe, if you're new to this, if I could describe what we do here, it's like have a question, have a problem, want to know more about yourself or your life, want some advice from really tapped in, intuitive, turned on friends, come here. This is what we're for. And we're here to support one another, to teach you more about your intuition, your body. Your body is the vehicle that your soul has chosen to carry out this life. And your body has every little piece of information you need, from your emotional health, your physical health, to your future, your career, your relationships. Your body can tell you everything. So that's what I'm here to teach you more about. And the format, we do a little teaching, we do a little healing, and then we do some readings. So come on in, get comfortable. I'm going to talk a little bit about my week, how I've been feeling, and I'd love to hear in a word or a phrase, if you could explain your week or weekend, what has it been like for you? So Friday, this goes into really, when you have like really, really high highs, and then you feel like something's wrong with you if you're not able to like attain that, or you're not able to like keep that up, or you're not like, you have a high and then you come low and you're like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I go back there? This weekend was a really good example for me and a really good teaching to give you all. So Friday I was on cloud nine. I had a really, really great day. I had some business calls, some investing meetings, and everything I felt like God was handing me just a great life on a silver platter. And nothing happened between Friday and this now moment to like upset me or trigger me, but I just noticed like Friday just this huge high. And then Saturday morning I woke up and I just felt a little grumpy. I felt my mind racing. I felt tired, and then really like irritable for the rest of the weekend. And what's funny about that is when we're stepping into like our highest of high frequencies, like that was really felt like for me, a new level, like all the things that I've been working on, clearing out my field for, and visualizing and feeling like God speaking to my heart about, were coming in and just coming in so effortlessly and easy. And I just was amazed. And then the next day, literally, I'm like tired and irritable. And the body can only hold so much frequency. So your body wants to go where you're going, but it doesn't always look like our mind thinks it will and what we want it to. So in my magic wand world, in my perfect world, I would just have that awesome day on Friday, all of this like business stuff going my way, my dreams literally coming true in front of my eyes. And then I would have ridden that wave all weekend long, right? But that's not what happened. I felt tired. I felt grumpy. I felt irritable. And it's because our body, it gets a taste of that new frequency, and then it has to calibrate, and then it has to shift. So all the things, so I have this like really, really great day, right? Now, all that I'm feeling, the tiredness, the irritability, I literally fell asleep in the yard for like 2 hours in the beating sun, sweating in like 100 degrees yesterday because I was so exhausted, and I love the sun. As you probably can tell, my sun-kissed little cheeks. Point being, I was exhausted. And from what? I didn't have any big trigger, any big thing, but it's like I tasted that, like where I'm going. My body was like, that's it. My mind was like, that's it. I'm like, it's finally here. And I know I'm not the only one. You'll have to tap the hearts of this. If you felt this, comment, let us know of like, you're on this high and then you feel like you're just crashing. And what the message for you, like the uplifting part, is your body then catches a taste, a whiff, a feeling of that new frequency that is you, that is you. And then it has to calibrate. So over the last 2 days now, I've been like shedding all the crap in my body that isn't a match to that frequency, that won't let me stay there. So our mind's going to tell us, oh, that was just one day. You're never going to go back there. You can't obtain that. That was just a really good day. No, that's where I'm going back to. But now my body's like, okay, you're going to have to rest and clear out all this. You're going to get irritable and anxious, and all this stuff is going to have to leave your body so that you can go back to that new set point. So this happens to me so often. You today, Emma, yes. And Kim, I'd be interested to know how that came up, because I think you just got back from like a really good vibes trip, right? Same exact thing happened to me Friday, Saturday, today. That's funny. I don't know. So what our new moon coming up is in 2 days. So that will be a time to work with, but yeah, comment if it's just what's in the energy, but oh man, it was intense. So, okay. 2 things I want to touch on, and then our healing today. I get it. Whenever I'm listening to my teachers or in my own healing, I want to hear the information. I want my mind to be entertained, and then I don't want to do the inner work, but hang out with me for the healing today if you can. It's going to be quick. It's going to be short, and then we'll do some live readings if anyone has any questions or they want to hop on with us. But we're going to work with our masculine and our feminine energy today. And I promise you there's going to be something that comes up with your body that you're like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought that. I never would have brought 2 and 2 together. But we did this similar healing in my yoga class this morning, and the feedback and what people had come up was really huge. So Carly, me too, hi Friday, and today was blah. Okay, I guess it was just a Friday thing. And I know like the astrology and like the Schumann resonance and like all the things can tell us what's going on. So if you're aware of any of like the scientific energies of like what is going on and you know something, I think Chris, I saw you jump on, you would probably know. But I just thought it was my life. So the good news is when you feel those high highs and then you immediately feel like you crash after, for those just coming on, your body has to recalibrate and has to take that time to take where you were at feeling so good, and then it has to shed the density, all the crap, all the things that are stored in your body, the energies that won't let you stay there. So when you're having a good day and you immediately move into something the next day, the irritability, the fatigue, that's just your body clearing out energy so you can go back to that new baseline. Okay, so there were 2 things that from just those of you who send messages, and I love talking with you, or clients and come in for one-on-one sessions or on Zoom. The biggest thing has been resistance to healing. So some of you on here have already gone through my functional medicine. I see you. Okay, I'll bring you on for sure. Some of you have already been through my functional medicine programs, and like you're all on board to change the frequency of your body, right? With the nutrition and the food. Healing is not just about an elimination diet. The food simply creates like a safe place for your body so that you can actually feel what's there. When we get rid of inflammatory foods, then our body can just settle in, and our body's not on that high alert because of pain and discomfort, and then we can do the real healing. So it is about so much more than the food. But there's so many people I've talked to, like clients, friends, those of you on Instagram this week, about like, Jen, I know I want to start my healing journey, whether it's the energy healing or the nutrition changes or whatever it may be. And then they're like, I just don't feel like it's the right time, or I just don't feel like I'm too busy, or I just don't like, we all have the thing, right? Like, or I'm ready to step into that next phase as a healer, or whatever you may do. And I'm talking to you and you're not, we haven't talked about this, but for some reason this is coming up for you. But that resistance is just a clue as to the amount of power that's available for you on the other side of resistance. And so like Friday, I had such a great day. One of the reasons on Friday is because I had to make a phone call for something really, really important in Jeff and I's life and business and everything. But I had been doing all of this, like feeling all this resistance. And I had an energy healing on Thursday night and an intuitive reading. She was like, that just needs to go, like release it. And we released it, and Friday had the phone call, and then all of these great things happened. And feeling on the other side of my resistance was all the power available to me in this. So the resistance most of the time, now we talked last week about intuition versus trauma, and trauma in our body can kind of block that signal from our higher self that the spirit is speaking to us, that God is trying to give to us through our bodies. Trauma can be that thing that clouds our intuition. It's like the friend that gives the best advice, yet her life is in chaos, right? That's a body full of trauma. But resistance, when you in your body know, you're like, that makes me feel really excited. I know that's the thing I need to do, yet you feel that resistance, that is equal to the amount of power available for you. And it's just an energetic phenomenon. So it's like your greatest dreams are going to make you the most afraid. or this next healing that you're thinking about, or whatever it is in your life. Like, think about what you know you need to do, and there's a ton of resistance there. That's how big it's going to be for you after you move through the resistance. And you, when it comes to your body is your energy healing roadmap, and we'll work with that today. But you have a soul contract with your body. And I know most of this audience have had either some sort of physical, chronic, or autoimmune illness, or we've been through trauma, whether it's emotional, verbal, sexual, physical, and we know that that's affected our body, or that's affected our energy field, or that's affected our emotions. We have a soul contract with our body, and our body has chosen, and we have chosen every single thing that has happened to us. And that can be really, really triggering, especially right now with everything that's going on politically. And you, this is a space for you here for that. But it can be so triggering when we hear that for the first time. I remember thinking, I didn't choose any of the crap that I went through, and I didn't choose to have a body that was bedridden and sick at 25 years old and had to quit her job and all this junk, right? But you did. Your soul did on a higher level, and you chose the body you're in. You chose the life and everything that you would go through because it's going to lead you into alignment. So when your body's giving you a symptom, when your body's feeling that resistance, when your body is doing whatever your body does, our body is something to be listened to and to really to serve, and it's like our compass. And our society, the medical field, teaches us to band-aid our body, to silence our body, and to move on. And that is really the patriarchy stress disorder. It's a really good book that you can look up. It's society, right? This is not about being a feminist, not being a feminist, but literally the patriarchy that our society has created has damaged our nervous system. And that's not even political. That's a fact about our human body. So whatever you've been through, whatever you're going through, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your life, like that's a soul contract. Really, really good book, Sacred Contracts. You can read it, and it will take that concept way further than I'm ever able to. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions on that. You guys ready to we'll jump into the healing and then do a couple of readings? I want this to be kind of quick so that with the healing, so that it's like drop in, get what you need, come out. And the ego mind will tell us that we have to be in this like perfect oasis. We had to have meditated for 2 hours before this. We have to be a level 3 intuitive. That doesn't even exist. I made that up. Whatever that means. And all these things to be able to connect with our body. But trust yourself here. And if you feel like you're making it up, you're doing it right. Okay? All right. Go ahead and comment or tap hearts. Let me know you guys are ready. I'm just going to tune in. And those of you who have had bodies that give you symptoms, or even if it's not your physical body, but your energy body, your emotional body, your mental health that give you symptoms, that's just your body showing you the roadmap, and we can listen to that. Okay. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out loud. You can make a sound. Deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Dropping down into your body, first notice the way you're sitting, the way you're standing. If you're driving, keep your eyes open. If you're multitasking, just take a moment, come back to me. If you're cooking dinner, just notice where you place most of your weight in your body. Feel the side, maybe it's an ankle, a foot, a hip. Feel the side that's kind of holding it up for you. If you feel like you ever have a hard time connecting in, just bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Notice where weight is displaced more one side or the other. Take a moment to feel gravity. Literally feel the energy field of the earth pulling you into her. Just holding you safe here for a moment. Sometimes I like to think about everything that I need, I have on earth. Food, water, shelter, clean air, animals, people, resources. Everything we ever spend money on, if you trace it down, comes from the earth. So feel her pull you closer to her, secure you here. Take another breath. Sigh it out. Good. Now take your right hand. You're going to cross it over your body. Just bring it to the left side of your head. So the left side of your brain is your masculine brain, your thinking brain, your planning brain, your analytical brain. It controls the right side of your body. These energies cross over in your brainstem. And just hold it here for a moment. Take 2 more deep breaths. You're just feeling what you're feeling. Take that hand down, inhale, take your left hand to the right side of your head. Just breathe and feel here. Right side of your brain is creative, expressive, intuitive brain. Controls left side of your body, the energy crosses over in the brainstem. Okay. Bring your hands back down. Just take a moment to notice what you felt. If you have a journal, you can jot it down. If you're using the comments section, you can write it in the comments. But just stay present. If you feel like that will pull you away from your meditation, just come right back to your body. And bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Start at your head, work all the way down, and just notice what you feel in your body. Any symptoms, any aches, any pains, any tension. Good. Okay, and then we're going to use our fingers like tuning forks. And so peace sign fingers. And if you're not familiar with where your ovaries are at, we're going to take them to our ovaries. Find your belly button. Mine's way down here. And take 3 fingers. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Put the index finger just below, like a hair below your belly button. Find your 3 finger breaths. And then at that last finger, put a finger. And then trace out. Find your peace sign fingers to your ovaries. So mine are right there if you can see. They're lower than you usually think they are. Settle in, close your eyes. 2 fingertips on each ovary or just one, whatever feels right to you. Gentlemen, just use your pelvis. You have the same energy of creation here. The cords from your testes actually go up into the same area, so you're not exempt. Notice what you feel in this part of your body. What side has a little bit more vibrancy, energy? If you're new to this or new to feeling energy, you're going to be like, surely I'm making this up. Allow yourself to think that and just go with it. Okay, so this is a good demonstration. Think back to your brain. Did you feel left side of your brain stronger or right side? Take a mental note. And then did you feel right side of your ovary stronger or left side? For most of you, you'll feel either left side brain, right side ovary, or right side brain, left side ovary. And those two will be connected. And that will just tell you, in this current present moment, stay with your breath, keep your eyes closed down. I'm just going to talk to the camera. In this current moment, where your energy field is stronger. Where most of your energy is going, okay? So just bring your hands back to your pelvis, fingertips, hand on your heart. Right hand on your belly. I want you to bring to mind any injuries that you've ever had. Surgeries, physical symptoms, whether it's been like a sprained or broken ankle, any kind of surgery, or just remembering that day that your back hurt, or wrist, or you slammed a finger in a door. And notice what part of your body was injured. What has been wounded? So there's two types of injuries energetically that will happen. And remember, every physical symptom, every injury starts in the energy field. So if it's an injury of, think back to where you carry most of your weight. If you've an overuse injury, a wear and tear injury, that would be where you're overusing an energy field. So masculine or feminine. If it's been an injury because of weakness, because of lack of utilization, of use, of mobility, that is where your energy is blocked. Okay? So like a cartilage wear and tear on a right hip would mean that typically that your masculine energy is running stronger through the right side of your body. Say an ACL tear in the left leg, left ACL tear, it's actually happened to me, because of weakness in a hamstring, quad dominance, would be because of weakened feminine energy in the left side. Okay, so 2 more deep breaths here. Let your eyes close down if they're not. Feel into your body. Bring to mind a visual of your most balanced self. This version of you that feels free, that feels connected, that feels beautiful, that feels healthy, that feels strong. You can visualize this. You can feel into your body if you're feeling equal energy flow, or just visualize this person. Notice how much this person is giving or receiving. How much this person is forcing or allowing. Notice the feminine, masculine balance. Okay. Now, making your best assessment of yourself, just notice which area, if you're hypo or hyper nervous system, so if you're someone who can easily fall into lethargy or underactivity, or just not wanting to do anything, not taking action. A lot of times the feminine energy side of your body, the feminine energy field will need strengthening. Or if you're someone who encounters a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, feel impatient, you feel like you can make it happen, you're quick to make it happen, you're frustrated when it doesn't happen, you're doing, you're living the grind, you're always taking action, and rest is really hard for you. So usually masculine side is overactive, feminine is underactive. Okay, so to close out our healing, thanks for staying with me, we're going to use this nostril breathing. And so it's up to you, and you might feel like you're perfectly balanced, and that does happen, and you will feel very balanced after this. And so if you're feeling like both sides, then just alternate, excuse me, doing left and right nostril, but use we use the physical body to open up the energy field, and we can also use the energy field to heal the physical body. So I'm going to say that my feminine side needs more energy and my masculine side needs less. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to block my masculine side, my right nostril. It might be flipped, selfie cam. It's a really good camera on Instagram, so if it's flipped, just use my words. If you want to bring energy into your feminine side, take your fingertip, plug your right nostril, take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow it out your right side. Just do the opposite if you're working with the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale through the right side. Inhale through the left. Hold it at the top. Bring in that visual, that image of you. Exhale at the right side of your mouth. Good. Let's do the opposite side for balance. Inhale. Exhale at the left side. Inhale through your right nostril. Exhale through the left. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Take a few more breaths on your own, whatever side you feel like you need balanced. You can't overcorrect an energy field. So if you can't really mess up your energy field by doing the breathing. So just stay with it. Take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Whatever side you choose. Exhale, send it out the opposite side. And inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Fill up all the way to the top and hold it here. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. Okay, let me know what came up for you in the comments. Emma said feminine is over, masculine is under for me. I remember one of the first readings we did like a few months ago for you in this community. It was like the masculine needed more. And it's really beautiful for me to see that, Emma, because a lot of us are the opposite, like at least for me in my world, a lot of my friends and people that I work with, like, are masculine, but we live in a society, patriarchy, stress disorder, right? Where it's like, go, 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 do. And we'll get into more of this into the coming weeks, but we can use the moon and our female reproductive cycle to find that right rhythm for us, because testosterone dominant people, mostly identifying as men, their clock is on a 24-hour, their hormone cycle, their clock is 24 hours. Non-testosterone dominant people, mostly identifying as women, it's a 28 to 33 day cycle with the moon and the menstrual cycle. And so there's plenty on my blog, middaypigeon.com, if you want to check that out. And if you're not a menstruating person, then you can use the moon, and men use the moon, and you can find the right time, the right season for the right things. Okay, my feminine energy needed a boost. Most of us do, just because of the way our world is set up. All right, if you would like to request to come on for an intuitive reading, so if you're new, trust yourself. The way we do this is we'll bring someone on and they might say, I don't know, I'm feeling something in my body, or I have this question about my life, or this has been really bothering me. On my birthday, I got a really great reading from Emma, and Emma has like changed my life in the way that I'm going forward with some business things. So thank you for that. So be brave. If it could just be, I don't know, I just felt a pull to come on here, and we'll do just a couple minutes. We won't keep you on long. And then everyone in the comments can also feel into their body using their intuition and give comments. Okay, so my masculine energy is so strong, but I could feel my feminine energy pushing in my left ovary, strong and steady, wanting to be heard. My left nostril was totally clogged up too. Isn't that so interesting? I was going to say that. I was thinking it of like, notice what side you're breathing easy through and what side you're not. It's really amazing. Carly said, feminine felt heavy, masculine was clear and ready to carry more. Yeah. Masculine's like, I got this. And feminine's like, but I want to help. And it's the more you work with it, and you'll become an observer of like, when you feel like you're just like Jeff, when I'm heavy in my masculine, he's like, you stomp around. Like, I don't even notice it, but it's just the way I walk. And I come back from a retreat or an energy healing session or a massage, and even like the way I walk is different because our energy field changes our physical. Steph, masculine's strong for me. So very helpful, Jen. I'm glad. I'd love to join. Right nostril clogged. That's great. Okay. Stephanie, did you want to come on, or is that like I'll send you a request, but if you don't, feel free to ignore. I saw it come through earlier and love to give you a chance, and if not, no pressure. Could have been just the finger bump in the button. Not technically a butt dial. I guess we're not on the phone, so I'll give you a chance to hop on, and then, oh, hi! Did you mean to do that?
Yes. Is it showing my face though?
Yeah, you look
Oh
good.
my gosh. Okay, I just wanted to join the whole thing. I didn't mean to join the video. I'm new to this, but I did not want to miss. So let me just watch again because I'm enjoying.
Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah,
Loving
you're in
this.
Colorado now?
Hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, this is really nice, Jen. So sorry, I didn't know this was gonna bring me on the camera.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, thanks.
You can hop off, yeah?
I'm loving it. Yeah, yeah, kick me off.
I don't, okay, I think you have to hit the X.
I am so not tech savvy.
And think you, yeah, there, perfect. Um, cool. Let me look here. Awesome. And Stephanie, you're welcome to, so another way you can do this, I guess I didn't make this very clear, is you can just put a question in the comments and the week that we did the automated writing, everyone just wrote questions and we took them one by one as the collective group and it was awesome. So, okay. Yeah, send me a request. I think it's Mandy. I don't know your handle, but I think I know who you are. Let me send you a request. I think, hold on. Let me type you in here. There we go. Oh yeah, it is Mandy. Cool. Okay, I'll bring you on, girl. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for being brave.
Yes.
Yes, and if anyone has any questions you would like just some guidance or like all of us to chime in on using our intuition, just put them in the comments and we'll get to you if you don't want to use the camera. But you look, Mandy, you look great. The sun is just like streaming perfectly on you.
Thanks. It like started to like glow on me whenever we were doing that reading, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I feel you."
Yeah.
It was a cool moment. But I was just gonna ask if you would just kind of like tap in and see like what you're feeling about my energy right now. I've really been struggling with just like coming into my purpose, and I just feel like there's something there that I'm being called for or to, and I just can't. I'm praying over it continuously, but it just hasn't presented itself yet. And I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something. And I'm curious if you can like feel anything or give me some guidance.
Yeah. So, getting things. So tell me like what you feel in your solar plexus, aka like right. I don't know. The camera gets weird when they put it on, but like right underneath your rib cage. If you're not familiar with where that area is, doesn't matter if you know anything about it or not. It'll still work.
I am just feeling like this call to like teach people or like educate people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I have 5 children, so I know that like that's my biggest ministry in my day to day. But I just feel like there's something more there, especially around like, so my second born, I had a really traumatic birth with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like kind of the state of our like political things right now is brought up. Like, I just feel like this passion inside of me that like I need to share my story or help other women or moms who might be struggling with like what I went through. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this call to like teach or help other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel.
So two things.
Hmm.
First thing that comes up is like this like heaviness around like a paradigm that you might not even realize you're in about being a mom. Like this is the way maybe like your family sees that motherhood should look, or your partner of like moms, this is how they live and they're like self-sacrificing and they don't get to chase their dreams until kids are older. I don't know what the story is in your head,
Right.
but that's just is like the cloak, like the heavy blanket on you. And it makes my
Okay.
solar plexus feel really nauseous of like, because solar plexus is your power, your
Hmm.
autonomy, your sovereignty. Like when solar plexus is like weakened, you might notice digestion
Hmm.
slows down, some nausea, some like GI stuff,
Hmm.
and then you just feel like I can't step into my purpose. However,
Okay.
I feel like with right now, with you're on this video, like, do you want to talk about your story?
Yeah.
You have like give it just for I think putting again so a masculine container, so masculine energy. I'd say
Hmm.
let's give it 2 to 3 minutes of a container and
Hmm.
let your feminine just express herself in this safe
Okay.
way so that you feel like you know it's
Yeah.
in a way that you want and will hold space.
Okay.
Because I guarantee you there's someone
So,
here who needs to hear it.
okay. So like I'm really struggling with, well, not struggling with, but I grew up in like essentially 2 homes, but both homes, I had really rocky relationships with my moms. My
Mm-hmm.
stepmom was very abusive, and my biological mom, I'm finding now is very narcissistic, codependent dynamic, and very, she's a nurse, so she's very strong in her beliefs of like the Western medicine paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last like 4 years since I had my second born, the reason that I had him prematurely, what I believe was caused from a Tdap vaccine. I got that, immediately got sick, and had him 10 days later at 30 weeks. So he was born weighing 2 pounds. His birth was super traumatic for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding that like I'm very left brain dominant. Like I like to have a plan and I'm a doer and a planner. And his birth rocked my world because
Mm-hmm.
it was totally threw me off. And it was so scary just being in that vulnerable state. And I feel like looking back now that I'm more of like a natural minded person, there were so many things that I feel I was failed on, like with the Western medicine paradigm, like the whole birth, like surrounding my second born. I feel like there were so many things that like had I had someone there to advocate for me or to help me understand what was happening, even like I could have processed that better. And I find I'm placing like some of that blame on my mom because
Mm-hmm.
she was there for that process, but she wasn't supportive of me. She was more like heavy on the medical intervention side of things. And I don't feel like that did me any justice. If anything, I feel like it just kind of harmed my psyche worse. But I'm really trying to work through all of that. And I've written like my birth story around him, but I think just like trying to do this inner work and heal my inner child from these mother wounds that I have, that's all kind of intergrained with that birth. And I don't really know like how to process that, I guess.
What are
It's
you
really heavy.
what are you feeling in your like belly, upper belly, underneath the rib cages you talk
I feel
about?
like I'm gonna throw up right now
Mhm.
on the camera. Like I just got like a knot in my throat. And I've done an energy healing in person with you before, and my throat was totally closed off. Like my voice was just silenced.
So,
And I think I can feel that now. Like when I do tell my story or try to share, like I feel that in my throat.
mhm. So well, a question, but one thing energetically that will really help
Mhm.
is to go, like when you get off of this, and whether you want
Mhm.
to go outside, being like put your head in a pillow, lean over a toilet, and just like energetically like make sounds to
Yeah.
before I go to bed, I do these like disastrous sighs, and Jeff hates it, but it clears energy. I'm like, like but it works. And then I'm like,
Okay.
boom, 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 I'm cleared up, and like, and I feel so much better. So act that.
Okay.
And then as far as like clearing your throat, we're gonna do it right now. If you so put your fingers here and close your eyes and imagine you see that knot, kind of looks like wadded up bubble gum. You can see what
Hmm.
it is, and it's two things that you want every person, every woman, every mom, every individual like who's listening to you. There's like two things, like two just very easy statements that you want to say that you want people to know.
Just being a mother is a gift, and serving gives us a purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what that means, but it just is what's in my mind right now.
And then like your journaling prompt, like your like reflection tonight is your like at the very beginning, you might not have been on yet. We talked about there's the nausea, it's coming up. I can feel it moving through my body. Um, we talked about like your soul contract with your body. Like
Mm-hmm.
you wanted that. Like your soul chose everything
Yeah.
about what you went through. And then we're
Yes.
like asking this, like asking your soul, asking God, asking the spirit, whatever like makes sense to you, like why? Like what did you want to give me with that?
Okay.
I'll come to you. And then of course
Okay.
you wouldn't have wanted to go through that.
No.
It will help you see why it's getting you where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and literally go energetically vomit. And if you vomit, great. Like,
Okay.
cool.
I'm gonna go walk down in the woods and do it right now whenever we get off this.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Bye, Mandy.
Bye.
Okay, I know Haley, you had a question. I want to scroll back up. My right hip has been super stiff. Is that imbalance in the feminine? I want to go back through the comments from Mandy's readings, but for everyone who's listening, you want to take a stab at your intuition. Stephanie, if you're still on, I want you to try this because I know that you're going to be really good. Um, my right hip, super stiff for Haley. What are you guys feeling in your right hip? Is that imbalance in the feminine? Like what, like if you can, and the first thing that comes to mind, type it. She's not going to hold you to it. No one's going to hold you to it. This will not go down in a court of law. It's just a group, a community using their gifts to help one another. Okay, so while you're tapping into your right hips, just write what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Right hip for Haley. Emma, you had some stuff come through for Mandy. I love it. Solar plexus, nerves, anxiousness, hearing, patience, know what will come. Doula, question mark. I love that. I could totally see Mandy doing doula work. Solar plexus, heart, throat, your stories, your power release so you can help heal others. I love that. And I think you were taking notes for us, so that is so helpful. Yes, and Jeff, I do totally do that. Thanks for calling me out. Whole house laughs. I love it. Hilda, I can totally relate to her. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so for Haley, right hip, anger, pain. Okay, my throat's starting to close a little bit. Maybe something that you're not speaking about, something that you're carrying. Right hip typically, most of the time, is a masculine figure in our life. Can be like a dad. Sometimes we see God as a masculine figure. It can be like a partner, a block there, not flowing. Nice, Carly. Masculine for the right hip for me. Yes. Awesome stuff. What about any visuals? What are you guys getting? Like, if you could see, Haley has sometimes like a little cartoon character or an emoji. Just a little, the subconscious will give you energy in the form of a visual in your pineal gland. I'm constantly trying to pop or open my right hip, always being told I have tight hips. So hips are always emotional storehouse, and then usually left or right side is like masculine, feminine. I almost said what it would be. You get what I'm trying to, like, messing up the words. Yes, masculine, feminine. Right is usually the masculine side. When my right hip is hurting, I'm either pissed off and not talking about it and not healing something with a masculine figure in my life. Most of the time, I'm like, it's literally like me trying to force my way. I remember being in a breathwork session and I literally heard, it doesn't have to be this hard, Jen. And my masculine energy wanted to take and control and just push and force things through. It was coming through on my hip. Okay, so for Haley in the right hip, a father or maybe brother even, I'm seeing woods. I use a Tinkerbell looking subconscious for my energy healing, has been so helpful in releasing my throat energy. I love that. Something weighing on the heart, lots of green, a deep hurt or betrayal. And she has assisted in sound that you were describing before bed, Jen. Totally feels like it's getting out. Yes. Love that. I love the Tinkerbell. I had in meditation the other morning, like this little fairy image come to me, and I didn't really know what it was or what to think about it other than it just felt like really divine and like it was sweeping things from around me and helping me. So cool. Okay. Haley, I'm just going to tap in. So woods for sure, for certain. You don't have to answer this because it may feel personal, but like a father figure, like you and this person, this masculine person in your life, like in the woods, maybe going for a walk, maybe talking about things, feel your heart just really protected, and that's okay. I'm just sad. Something that this person said or did or didn't do that it's still stored in your body, but there's healing here, and you wouldn't be feeling the urge to talk about it, asked to talk about it, wouldn't be coming up if it wasn't like God being like, there's healing here. Like, just bring it up, talk about it, bring it to your conscious, let the subconscious work it out. Let me know if any of that resonates. Cloudy gray elderly man. Yes, I love the fairies. Masculine figures in my life, okay, are definitely an issue for me. Oof, rain boots. What's really cool is when we're all on the same divine wavelength, helping one another. Awesome. Haley, if you need anything, I'm going to give you just a second to comment as I kind of wrap us up for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining and making this community a community and doing what we're doing. A couple of announcements, maybe. So next weekend's 4th of July, right? Like, that's the Monday, the 3rd. Do you guys want to meet on Sunday? We can, or we can meet on the 4th. I often feel my grandfather's presence. He passed years ago. Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'll send you a message, getting a couple things. He would be one to connect with too in those woods, but I feel good about that with you and your dad. So next weekend, if you guys have a preference, Sunday night or Monday, or we skip, I will be gone for the next like one Sunday for sure, possibly two after that. We'll be in Azores, Portugal, technically, I guess. Jeff calls it Azores, like some Harry Potter place. But we're going, Sue and I are doing a yoga and energy healing retreat, which, if you guys are interested in, Yalapa, January 15th through the 20th. We go every year. We go once a year. It always sells out. Come with us. I know several of you on here will be going with us, but it's yoga, energy healing, excursions, nature, all organic food. If you've been through my functional medicine programs, you're good to go on the nutrition. It will be all taken care of. Yes, come to Yalapa. Emma will be there. Jason will be there. Jess will be there. I'll be there. Jeff will hopefully be there. Fingers crossed. And then we have our energy healing certification. So if you want to be certified in this modality of energy healing, if you've ever done a one-on-one, you want to learn to do that for yourself, for others, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday day. We have the certification course coming up. There will be an online component and an in-person or virtual. So if you're anywhere in the world, you can join us. To be certified, you'll need to do both. And that will all be released here coming up in the next month. So please join us if that sounds good. Hilda, yes, would love, love, love to have you in Yalapa. Haley's returning for her second time. Yalapa's over your birthday, Emma? But it's seriously, I go every year. We went to Yalapa 4 times in the last year, and it never gets old. Never gets old. So would love to have you there. If you have any questions on the retreat, send me a message, or if you go to my website, it's linked in my bio, inspirehealthbyjen.com/retreats. All the information, the pricing. It's the cheapest international retreat that we run, because the place it's an eco retreat, and it's amazing, phenomenal. We love everyone there. I'll just stop talking, because I'll just talk about it forever. Tacos, abuelos. Babe, you spelled abuelos wrong, but we get what you're talking about. Yeah, the food is so good. And if you were working on healing your body using food as medicine, I got you covered. Everything there. They have your juice. They have all the food is what you need it to be, or else we wouldn't go there. So cool. Yes, Mandy, this is your sign to be an energy healer. With this certification, you're first going to learn like how to work with energy, how to learn more about it so you understand you, and then from there you can take it and you'll be prepared to do sessions, to work on your family, to do whatever that you need. So, Jeff, all of our Latin American friends on this are laughing. Hilda, Michael, yeah, it's abuelos. So doula and energy healing. I cannot tell you, man, Emma said that, Mandy, how, I was a doula before everyone's an energy healer, by the way, but before I knew like what to put words to energy, and the moms, and before I knew about my intuitive gifts and all of these things and medium gifts, and didn't know who these people I was coming into contact in the room with in spirit form, long stories, but the moms would always tell me, you knew exactly what I needed without me saying it, and you knew exactly where to touch, you knew how to help my body, and that just comes from being familiar with energy and being an energy healer. So if you're in birth work, if you're in healthcare, if you're a mom, if you work with people, if you're in sales, when you understand energy, you can read a person. You're not manipulative. You'll just know this is a right fit for this person or it's not, and you don't waste your time. It's amazing. Knowing about energy within yourself will change everything in your life. So, okay. We'll come to, for those who, I love the comments. I would love to have everyone, we're going to limit it to probably like, I want to say around 12 students, just so that it's you know, interactive in small groups, and we can have one-on-ones and partners. So if you're interested, you want me to put your name down on the list, virtual or in person, send me a message. I think we have about 8 people who are sure. And then once the landing page is up in the next week or two, you can pay your deposit, and then you can get going on it. So we would love to have you. All right, Mandy, go do your thing, girl. I feel your nausea. It's coming. It's ready to release. Okay. Yes. Well, thank you all. I really love doing these Sunday night lives. It's come to be something that I look forward to every weekend, even when I'm grumpy and clearing my own energy. So I'll post on my story about next weekend. I don't know what our plans are. We'll do something Sunday or Monday night, and if we don't, we'll just be off for a week or two, and then we'll reconvene and we'll keep this party going. So love you all. Good to see you all.